Good morning. It's Stitch Along Friday with Taya Dewick at the Victoria Sampler, and I welcome you to a little half hour of fun and games and, well, maybe not games, but a little chat together. It's so nice to have you all here. It's Friday the 13th, and I was just reading on a local newsletter, or newspaper, I guess, that I get into my inbox every day from our very small little area. And this is a word I've never heard before. It's Friday the 13th, and I hope that doesn't concern, I'm going to say the word, but, you know, I don't know how to pronounce it very well. Triskaidekaphobians. Triskaidekaphobians. I don't think I have it because I can't even say it. And the meaning for that is those who fear the number 13 too much. And best of luck to anyone with triskaidenophobia. So I hope you don't have it. Today is Friday the 13th. Actually, I remember years ago thinking to myself, well, if everyone's afraid of it, then, you know, that's probably some kind of sign that I should not be afraid of it. I tend to go against the usual, the common belief system, unless I have some proof that says, no, you know, this is really the way it is. Reality intrudes. So mass hypnosis thinking that Friday the 13th was something really, really bad. I don't have it. So I'm assuming today is going to be really, really good. And I hope the same for you. So welcome to my little Stitch Along Friday. Hope that you're able to come on board because I don't see anyone here yet. Maybe I'll have to refresh my screen, which I can do right now. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There you all are. So thank goodness I did that instead of stopping the stream. Good morning, Donna. Marty, 76 and blue here. I'm glad it's sunny in Berkeley there, Donna. And by the way, you are really, it looks like you're stitching more, not less. Really happy for you. Kathy Bird, good morning. And Sue Donnelly, good morning. Linda from Maine. Oh, Debbie and I are all stitching in one of Camp Bethel's cottages and listening to you. Hello, all of you. You know I miss you all. You know that. So I'm really glad that you mentioned that, Sue. I'm so happy that you're stitching because, you know, stitching together is like really nice. I remember some of my fondest memories of some of the stitching retreats at Stitcher's Hideaway was just that calm that comes over the room when everyone's not just focused on their stitching, but in tandem with everyone else, just in communication with everyone else. So I'm really happy that you're stitching together. Good morning, Petra. See if there's any more people coming on board. It looks like I have no viewers. So I'm going to have to probably refresh my screen a lot. Marcia Buckingham, good for you. And I'm glad you're here. And Lisa's here. Good. Excellent. Nancy Pretting, welcome. Jane. That's really nice. It looks like I'm going to have to keep refreshing my comment screen, which is a different thing than refreshing my streaming screen, apparently. So Facebook, thank you very much. It's not, oh, thank you, Petra, 16 viewers, that's good. You know, it's something really interesting when you're trying to do this all on your own, because you have to keep track of various different parts of this streaming. And I'm doing it with a streaming, some streaming software, not just from Facebook. So that gets not in the way, but it helps me, but it also is yet one more thing that I'm paying attention to. And for an old lady, it's not so easy to do all that back and forth. I'm not that old, but you know, I'm getting there. Petra says, I don't think of myself as superstitious for the most part, but unfortunately, Friday the 13th gives me that twinge of dread. I think that's a precursor to a Halloween twinge. Everyone has that same feeling. Thanks, Pat. Tammy, hello, home today, airing out your pavilion while it's nice weather. Good idea. I was thinking of doing some outside work in my garage, like opening the whole garage door and just doing some sorting in there. Because it's still fairly nice here too, and it's not so hot. So I'm with you, Tammy. Do it while you can, and it's a really good time to, you call it airing it out. No, that's a really, I like the way you say that. That's great. So I have, let's see, See if there's anyone else. No, not at this moment. That's just fine. And the fact that there are some people here, that's really important to me. Sheila and Jean and Margaret, Lynn. Oh, goodness. There, you see? Now I've refreshed and there you are. So sorry if I don't see your comments right away. I'm sure Petra and Lisa will be happy to answer any questions that I don't seem to be able to follow so quickly. But I do have some things I want to talk to you about. First of all, congratulations to all of you who are doing more stitching on Victoria Sampler pieces. And that's, of course, what we're focused on in this group. So that is what I focus on. I know that many of you stitch many other designs. Of course, you know, you should be stitching Victoria Sampler designs. But no, I'm just kidding. I know that there are so many other designs out there, and there are. So your time spent on Victoria Sampler designs is what I want to thank you for, because I know that you have many choices and that you are gracious enough to allow some of our designs into your home. Really, really is just a lovely feeling for us, and also for our, you know, all of the people that are involved in making this for you. And so what I wanted to say was that there are a few people. Oh yes, Carrie put in a wonderful picture of her retreat cottage, her gingerbread retreat cottage, and that will bring that, mentioning that, congratulations Carrie, it looks so cute with all the little beads on the top. I love it. But that brings me to the idea of finishing. And last week we discussed finishing and finishing classes a little bit. So I've been clearing the decks in the Academy by refreshing the courses that are already there. Some of the videos were very dark, so I found out how to lighten them with my new software. So I've done that, and I won't be uploading all of them until they're all ready to go, like the whole course is ready to go. And I think you'll find the simplified course structure looking a lot easier to navigate as well. So at the moment, I've got it set for previous, like the software that I've got available to me through a course management platform, I think you call it. At the time that's the way I set it up. But now I can set it up much better and much more simply and with more instructions. So I'm really happy to tell you that the Victoria Sampler Academy is getting an overhaul, I call it. So it looks a little bit easier for you to follow, and also the videos will not be quite as dark and will look a little bit better. And well, quite a bit better actually, in my opinion. There's still some anomalies with the actual videos, but don't worry about that. You can see much more clearly what's going on in each video, and that's what's important. And then I also thought that I would ask you all, since you're much more sort of involved with Victoria Sampler, if you come here to the live stream, and that is to ask what kind of finishing or what project, because I've based all of our finishing videos on certain projects. And I have the gingerbread tree in mind. Does that sound like a good finishing course to start with? Because I know there's a whole bunch of people that are doing the gingerbread tree at this moment, and they would really enjoy probably the opportunity to take the finishing course when they finished all their stitching, and there's a lot of it. So that's my question. Oh, good morning. Good morning. And so it looks like Lynn, Margaret, Jean, and Sheila arrived without anything for me to do. And so Sheila, all of you, good morning. And I'm going to refresh my screen again and see if there's any more that are, no, not at the moment. Okay, so if there are any other comments, remember I'm finding it difficult to look at your comments at the moment because of the way my software is malfunctioning, to tell you the truth. Anyway, so that was my question. If you have any other suggestions, we have some other projects that could also be the focus of a finishing thing, which is, I think, Hardy Tweet. I prefer to work on like maybe the Autumn Box or one of those that I've done a course in before, so we have the finishing videos ready for you. Even if the videos are not top quality, you will still get a lot out of it because, of course, they were done at the same time as when we published and published the designs and did the designs. So we were very, very fresh. And I think Lisa's finishing is exquisite. And she, as she said in her first video that we did together, I just listened to it. She says, well, I just did some finishing and then I did some more and then I learned. I thought that is the way to learn finishing, is you just keep practicing and doing it and doing it. what Lisa didn't mention was that on that video that you will possibly see is that she spends a lot of time being extremely careful about her measurements. And in order to be a good finisher, in my opinion, it looks to me like, from what Lisa has shown me and how she does things, she doesn't just measure twice, sometimes 3 times, and she's not satisfied with something just because she thinks, she's not like me. I would say, oh, that's good enough. She never says that. What's good is when it's good, not when it's good, just good enough. So I think that you will get a lot out of her perfection. Her points of perfection is what I call them, are really helpful, and they also make your finishing journey a lot easier for you to complete. So you're going to hopefully enjoy the first finishing course that I've got almost ready to go. It's a question now of uploading it and making it available. So let me know if you've got any suggestions as to what kind of finishing, not necessarily what pattern that we would focus on, but what kind of finishing. Would you be interested in finishing ornaments, for instance? And the reason I'm saying that is because this is the one we did when we were doing the bell pull. I think Lisa and I did this one, yes, at that time. Now we have republished it and called it 3 Gingerbread Ornaments with Finishing Instructions, right? So you can just see that the ornaments are like this. Now the ornaments themselves are adorable. I wish I had them with me here now, but I wanted to show you this because this is literally another finishing booklet. And it gives you, again, 3 finishing instructions. Oops, not these, and also of course the ornament chart, so that you could even do the ornaments. But this was considered one of our first really in-depth instruction booklets for ornaments, and there are 3 different ways you can finish them. And one is with a blanket stitch around the outside and with padding on the back and a hanger. And this one is probably our most classic way of finishing ornaments, right, Lisa? In this way, you know, you have not just padded front and back, but you put them together and then you put a cording around them, and that cording also creates the hanger. And I've forgotten what this one is called. I think it's very simple, and I think it's got, no, does it have felt on the back? Let's see. Yeah, one with blanket stitch, one with whipped stitch. Oh yes, whipped stitch around the outside. And then there's the one with the mat board. So this is the one with the mat board. This is the whipped stitch. I'm not showing you exactly, but, and then this is the other one. So 3 different finishing instructions for 3 different types of ornaments. And you get the charts with them for free. So it's a really good one. And it's called Merry Christmas. So very easy to remember. Ah, that's really good, Sheila. Okay, good. Now I'm going to refresh my comments again and see if there are any answers that I can read. No, unfortunately not. I won't be able to read much more. Oh, wait a minute. I can. Oh, good. I get so excited when I see that. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Where's Sheila? There you are. Ellen, good to be with you too. I missed you as well. I have actually missed you. I'm really glad to hear that you're back, or see that you're back. Hello, Joe. Nice to see you too. Renee, Louisa. Awesome. Or Louise, sorry. And okay, so Joe says any of the 3D items. Okay, so the gingerbread items are all 3D, so that would be very useful. And Lisa says the more finishing, the better you get. Exactly, says Lisa. Let's see. Karen says, morning, finally awake, welcome. I'm glad to see you. Oh, I have to whisper because probably, you know, you're still sort of in bed, right? As usual, right? Karen lives in New Zealand, and so she's very often, she wants to wake up in time to see us, but it's early in the morning for her, maybe the middle of the night. So thank you for joining us, Karen. Louise, finishing ornaments. Well, it would be a really wonderful course. I'm not sure if we have the videos for this, but if we did, that would be the next course. But right now we don't have the ornaments for this, but we do have that leaflet, Merry Christmas. Excellent instructions, and you know, full color photographs, blah, blah, blah. So it's one that you should get from our website. Marty says, I would like some finishing hints techniques to lessen the bulk at the corners, like on the gingerbread village pieces. Again, we're talking gingerbread village pieces. Awesome. And Lisa says the heart is the usual way that I usually finish ornaments. Yeah, that's right. Not necessarily all hearts. That's right. You can make them in any shape whatsoever. Good to know. Okay, so I'm just getting a text here from someone. Let's see. Let's see if it's from Petra, because sometimes that happens. View your comments on your phone. Go to your stream in Facebook. I could probably do that, but I find that I'm already juggling too many things, Petra. I'm sorry. And you know what? I've never been able to access the stream on your phone on my phone easily. So I will try and do that in a few minutes, but I do want to take a moment now to show you the fall stitching of the week. I want to say of the week. The one that I really wanted to show you was this beautiful Stitchin' Witches. And let's see, if Sue and all the gang is there, you remember this one, I'm sure. Stitchin' Witches is, the reason that you'll remember it is the term, because I know the people from New York would always call themselves Stitchin' Witches. And in Minnesota, they did that too, so it's really cute. So Stitchin' Witches is literally some witches that are stitchers, as you can tell. And Stitchin' Witches is something that I dreamed up really kind of out of my own head. There was no idea that I had how to do it, but as you can tell, they really are witches to some degree. And I think what they do is they use their witchcraft for good, not for evil. Those of you who have a hard time with the idea of witches, I can understand that. But these are stitching witches, which are totally different than any other kind. Okay, they're making sure that your stitching is not got any knots in it, and that your stitching is good. So that allows you to make stitches that are beautiful. And that's one of my fall stitching pieces that I really like. So I thought I should show that to you. Okay, so I do have one more comment that I want to make. And that is that the Spooky Treats paper printed leaflet has been for sale, and thank those of you who wanted to buy just the printed leaflet. Well done, and we have your names. They are going to go out. I am expecting them today, actually, right here in my home, and they should be delivered by FedEx, I believe. And so as soon as they are here, because they'll be printed and ready to go, I have to still take them up to see Lisa. That's 4 hours drive away up north of our island. And then she and I are going to do some kit making and some mailing of some of our kits and leaflets. And I wanted you to know that we really are working hard on this. It is something that we're not set up for yet. So this is our first time to be doing this. And I know that you are patient. And so I just wanted you to know that we're excited, but we still need lots of time. And as you can see, I've got some of my threads behind me. And the reason that I've got them sitting there, as you can see right there, some of our threads were sent to us in large hanks instead of in little skeins. And that's because, and you may even go to the Kreinik Facebook page, they have their recent posts talks about their takeover by another company in California. And that company is finding it so difficult to be able to find a way to wind the silk and all that and put them into skeins. All of the manufacturing processes that were done on the East Coast before with Jim Kreinik and all of their company, that company had to retire. I mean, they've been doing it for many, many years, so they had to stop. And they sold the business to the company in California. All fine, no problem. However, the actual manufacturing of the skeins apparently wasn't working for them. So they needed to put things on cards, which meant that they had to put like an enormous amount on each card, because that's what they were used to doing for their materials. And so we weren't set up to order double. So they sent us yardage, which I untangled 2 or 3 nights ago. Took me about 4 hours to untangle all the skeins that they gave us, and I think we may even still be short. So we are really struggling with our Kreinik portion of the of the Spooky Drum Pincushion kits. Just so you know, we will be sending them out. Of course, we're going to overcome our problems, but on the other hand, I want you to know they just didn't end up being very straightforward, and that's mainly because Kreinik has changed ownership. And you know, what can we do when that happens? We don't have any other options for Kreinik. So let's face it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not even able to refresh my screen now with the comments. So I'm going to do what Petra asked me to do, is go to Facebook and see if I can do it there. Let's see. If I can actually react to you guys, it's a lot nicer. Let's see if I can do that. You know, I'm not even able to get into Facebook. It's not allowing me. No. So, okay, I know that you're answering, and Petra and Lisa, hopefully you'll be able to answer, and I will see your comments once everything is done this morning. Thank you for putting up with me and not being able to react to your suggestions. I am really looking forward to seeing any suggestions about what kind of courses that you would like us to make for finishing. Let's see. Petra is saying, here are the latest. Oh, thank you. Let's see. That's right. The heart is the usual way. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So I haven't missed out too much. I've been chatting and you haven't been putting any more comments in. So thank you, Petra. Very sweet of you. I don't think there's anything else. No. So I also want to mention that because of the overhaul in the Victoria Sampler Academy, I'm going to be sending out an email to all of the students in the Academy who are currently taking courses. And you know, you have a whole year from the time you register until a year later, and then your class is then over, considered done. Whether you have actually done it or not is up to you. But after I'm finished, ready to upload everything, I'm going to mention it and that I'm going to give a certain date, and that's when I upload all of the new courses so that you won't have any problem. They'll be the same courses, but you'll just have different content. So don't be surprised if you're actually in the middle of a course and suddenly you're thinking, well, where is what I was looking for, what I was used to? So I'm going to have to do that and let everyone know before I make sure that they are all published to them. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Finishing ornaments, finishing courses. Yes, yes, and also fall. I wrote down fall stitching is some of my favorite things to do. And I think the reason for that is because, I know it sounds really dumb, but my last name when I was, my birth name was herfst, which is a Dutch word for fall or autumn. And so I also thought to myself when I was young, well, because my last name is the autumn, that has to be my favorite season. And it actually turns out to be my favorite season because I'm not fond of the heat. I really, really like cooler weather. And so when the summer heat dies down and the cool weather starts coming, I feel refreshed. I love that feeling. So I think that's an awful lot of the reason why I go for fall fall stitching as well. And the colors are so different, right? Like when I was looking at the colors of this one, of the Stitchin' Witches, and then I also looked at the Pumpkin Farm, which I think I showed you last week. Look at those colors. I mean, they're just so sweet. I even wore those kinds of colors today because, you know, I'm anticipating, although it's pretty warm outside right now. It's about 71 degrees out there and it's hot. I watered my garden this morning. I'm still sort of hoping that the fall will come a little faster. And look at these colors. I mean, I just love them. And the silks are so pretty. Look at them. Here, let's see. I'll get you one of each. One of each of those. And there's some greens as well. Look at those. Aren't they unbelievably gorgeous? I don't know about you, but I just get, you know, the shivers when I look at this silk. And the fact that it is silk really makes a difference. The feel is different. All of it is different. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to make sure that each person gets the right amount of silk. So there's going to be, I've done all the cutting, but now I need to make individual bundles out of these. So it's going to be an interesting next week because that takes a long time. We have hundreds of people who want the kit. So it should be very entertaining for Lisa and I. Speaking of entertaining, Lisa's going to be busy this weekend. I just wanted to give you a nice encouragement for your guests coming all weekend. Lisa, I hope you have a good weekend, and know that I'm not going to bother you when you have these guests. That's very important. And also, those of you who are waiting, just waiting for a angel card, here we go. Again, I'm so sorry I can't read any of your comments, and honestly, I would if I could. Let's see if I can get back to Facebook again and see if it actually refreshes. Nope. I'm not able to find the menu at the top. There is a little menu at the top that's completely blanked out. No idea why. I think what I'll do is I'll close everything and then see if I can come up with, oh, there's the menu. Okay, let me just see if I can find the thing here. Okay, let's see, home. And then I have to find the groups. I don't know if I can find all my groups here. You'll just wait 1 second. Oh, there's my groups. Okay, groups I manage. And then I suppose I have to find, I don't usually look at things through my glasses, so that's another problem. Groups I manage, come on. Let's see. See, this is taking a long time for me to find, and for some reason it says my groups, but yeah, it's giving me all the groups that I belong to, and there are a lot of them, but it doesn't give me my groups that I manage, even though that's what I asked for. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to try again. One more thing. There we go. Okay, I use the search feature. That's smart. And there you are. Okay, and let's see if I can find the actual live. Yep, I can find the live. Okay, but I have to be make sure that I'm quiet. There we go. I don't want to hear myself. And there's all the comments, but I'm not sure. Oh, those bundles are lovely. Oh, good. I think I got some comments. Those bundles are lovely, says Carla. Oh, thank you. And Tammy's talking about her temperatures. Thanks, Tia. Guests are arriving around 4. It looks to me like I'm getting some comments, but I can't see all of them, as usual. It does make me a little nervous. I mean, jeepers, you know, technology can be not so much fun sometimes, but let's face it. Years ago, 10 years ago, I would have given my eye teeth to be able to communicate with you like this. I'm so grateful. I also want to show you, I know this is silly, but I want to show you, this is so in keeping with the colors of the Spooky Treats pattern. And also these are my last beautiful sweet peas, and this is in honor of Gabor, if he is watching, because he's just started the sweet pea sampler in our group. So I just wanted to say well done, and your hardanger is really beautiful. Also, who else is working on something? Carrie's Retreat Cottage I mentioned, and then Marty, your second sugar plum is looking really good. I like it that it's being used, I think it's the Karen Water Lilies cherry cordial I think you're using. I know that's very bright, so putting it on pink inspired. Donna, I already mentioned your village drum pincushion is awesome. I can't believe how much work you've done in so little time. And I don't know about you, but those gorgeous pictures of Yang Sun sister sampler, aren't they gorgeous? I absolutely love them. Congratulations to Wendy Holmes, who has been working in the Victoria Sampler Academy, and she has learned how to stitch on linen. And cross-stitching, like moving from Ada to linen, it is quite a mental jump. So for someone to do that and going through it, and she apparently liked my teaching style, which, thank you. Going from Ada to linen, it really is a really good thing to do, because you learn all the specialty stitches later on, which you can't do on Ada. So if you are kind of on the fence as far as, you know, moving into linen is concerned for cross stitching, do go for it, because the back, and you'll never look back. The background looks so much nicer. So that's that. Let's see who else is there. Oh, Carla says I'm doing the September cottages now. Those flowers look like silk. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that I'm able to see some of the I think I can't see the old, because I only just came in, so I can't see old comments. Petra? Okay. Uh-huh. is so cool. And Jan Lenny is watching. B says, good morning from cool, dreary Cudworth, Saskatchewan. Oh, that must be getting cold, getting to the winter. And I love fall, and I don't know if you get much fall. I know that, you go fairly directly from hot summer to winter without too much fall. So I wish you all the best with some nice, warm, but crisp fall sunny weather. Okay, so this is now 10-ish. Don't forget, this one is going to stop being sold. This printed leaflet on Spooky Treats is going to stop being sold tomorrow night, Pacific time. Remember, if you are in the other half, in like New Zealand, Australia, China, don't forget, then you're a day ahead, so order it today. But if you are in, I guess, the Western Hemisphere, I'm not quite sure about the date line, but basically, if you are west of the date line, then you can still go until Saturday. It is Saturday midnight, I believe, that we stop selling this one as a printed leaflet, okay? And this one is the one that I mentioned before, which gives you all of the finishing instructions and photos for 3 different types of finishing of ornaments. And it's called Merry Christmas, 3 gingerbread ornaments. And you don't have to do them on gingerbread. Just because I call them gingerbread ornaments doesn't mean you have to put them on gingerbread. You can put these on cream, or you can put these on dark blue or whatever. Change the colors. Change colors. It is so fun to do. And you're working with all these beautiful colors of silk and cotton and overdyes. So, have some fun. Be like a little child and use your own imagination and create something that's particularly for you, so that you can also have some fun changing a few things to make it yours, to make it personal. And honestly, the picking and choosing of colors is fraught. When I first started doing that, and I was designing a cross-stitch piece, and I wanted to make sure the color was right. It had to be right. And I remember that feeling so well. For some reason, it never occurred to me that it could be wrong too. But who's to say it's wrong? It doesn't matter if someone else says it's wrong. If you like it, use that color. So when you're using your own imagination as to what colors go well together, there's, a roughly, in the color theory, there's the warm colors and then there's the cool colors, right? So those 2 types of colors, they go well together, but I often put a cool color into a warm set, and I often put a warm color into a cool set. And what that does is it just gives a little bit of dissonance, and it really actually sparks up your design. So that's one little hint I can give you. And the other one is, don't forget to use black to kind of give a contrast to other colors. In other words, you have to be careful. When 2 colors are side by side, they often blend from a distance into one color, right? So if you use, for instance, red and yellow together, from a distance it'll look orange, right? It just does. Your eye perceives it as orange. So be careful how you put things together. Maybe put black in between, and then people can really see the difference between the 2 colors. Anyway, those are just, or dark greens or something like that in between. There's plenty of things that I've found out over the years, and they are not taught to me. I was not able to go to a design school for designing my needlework, but I do find that needlework speaks to me as I'm stitching it, and I can feel when something is right or not. And when I used to, at the very beginning when I started designing, I was unsure that my instincts were correct. In other words, do other people feel this too? And since I've been designing for so long, I understand that if I feel this feeling, it's a kind of harmony of colors, and it's a kind of feeling of harmony as well. So you can also develop that by looking at your own stitching. And if you've got colors, put them against, lay your linen that you're working on, lay it down somewhere and have a look at it sort of quickly in passing, and you'll be able to tell whether the things go well together or not, just from your own body. I know it sounds kind of airy-fairy, but it's true. There's lots of things that I can tell you about changing colors, and that's one of the other courses I'm thinking about introducing into the Victoria Sampler Academy, but not right now. Right now, all I want to do is make sure that we are going to give you one finishing, because that's what you mentioned last week, one finishing course. And I think that's going to be really fun. Before you go, angel card, please. Exactly. Thanks, Petra. I don't see anything else here. Ah, very nice, Marty. Good for you. I'm really proud of you all for putting up with the fact that I am unable to see the comments, and I want to remind you too, but I'm going to pick a card. Okay, ready? Okay, I'm going to allow things to manifest. We've had this card not too long ago, but obviously it was meant to be again today. Focus on the best. In other words, focus on your best or the best around you, the good things, the positive things, and allow them to manifest. Very good angel card. I'm so grateful to all of you. I hope you know that lots of great feelings on this end for all of you, and looking forward to talking to you again next week, Friday. Have a wonderful weekend for sure, and enjoy your stitching, and I look forward to your progress pictures, not just your finished pictures, because they're lovely. I love them, but I love to see the progress pictures of your Victoria Sampler pieces, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.